So this is part 2 of natural gas. Let's just go into seasonality. As you can see, using a 5-year, October is pretty strong. It's at the 60%. Once you go to the 10-year, you see that it's pretty much flat. November is a little stronger. If we go to 15 years, you can see that October is pretty strong. It's kind of reflecting what this move on this month is happening. We got this breakout. And when you go to 20 years, you can see that October is the strongest. So it's kind of mixed, but 20 and 15, October strong, 10-year flat, and 5-year a little stronger. This is my other seasonality chart I like to look at, and this one's pretty interesting. Right here, we had kind of like a dip or a little top somewhere around October 3rd, 2nd, around there, 4th. And it the 5-year kind of pulled back in a little bit. The 10-year just kind of went sideways, and the 15-year is going sideways. And then they get another little pop onto, somewhere around October 11th, October 12th. And if you watch my video that I posted yesterday, you can see that the composite, the spectrum cycle analysis indicates that using the 251 and the 77, there is a little turning point there, and that's somewhere around October 11th. And seasonality wise, you notice that October 11th and 12th, it gets a little toppy here. Something happens for some odd reason, and then it gets a little pullback, using the 5, using the 10, and even using the 15. However, once this pullback pulls in somewhere around, you could say maybe the 17, 16, 18, around there, it gets this big explosion to the upside. So my question is, this pullback that could probably happen using probability, October 11th, will that fill in the gap? That's a question mark. Another thing also is, will the gap be filled? Let me know your thoughts on the comments below. What are your thoughts on gaps? Do gaps get filled right away? I thought it was going to get filled right away, and it didn't happen. It's just, you can see this explosion to the upside. Do they ever get filled? There's a school of thought that, they get filled right away. They don't get filled right away. Maybe it could take a year. Maybe it could take many years before they get filled. Let me know your thoughts about gap fills. But I don't know if this is going to be deep enough to fill in that gap, or maybe we go higher into November and then maybe go down and fill it up, fill that gap. I don't know. We'll see. Just something for you to think about. So I'm back with the Elliott wave. I just wanted to show you some things. So I have a count of a wave 5 ending somewhere around April. And then you got this A, B, and as of now, C. This could probably be C, but it's unknown. And then on the daily chart, I have, let's put this over here, up a wave 5, and we got an A, B, C, and then we got these X's here, and now we got this breakout. A while back, I put a link on an Elliott wave, presentation. And there's this gentleman named Sid Norris, and he does a lot of stuff that's premium. You gotta subscribe. But he did a free presentation, and I took a snapshot of what his I thoughts were on natural gas. And I don't know if this has been updated. Maybe things have changed. But as of now, the markets are always changing, with the data. This is around 7/21 and 2023. So this was July. He had a wave 4 somewhere around August 2nd. And we know that August 11th, somewhere around there, was that high where the daily cycle peaked. And then it's going down into December. And then from there, bottoms and goes up. That we know. But he does have a forecast that, maybe this is his wave 3, or maybe he adjusted it, and maybe this April's his wave 3. I don't know. But so far, he was saying somewhere around February that was his wave 3. February, the 22nd low. And he believes there's a wave 4 coming up. So maybe it's possible that we're playing out the wave 4 now here. I don't know. And then shooting down, as of right now, he's pointing at 144. Down through December 19 of 2023. These are his notes. So I find that fascinating, interesting, just to kind of keep track on others, what their thoughts are, especially in the Elliott wave community. So his school is wave 3. We're working on a wave 4, and wave 5 should be coming into December, which is interesting because December there's a cycle low on the daily. Using time in regards to this was it August 23rd high all the way to this April 14 low, leads you into December for the consolidation to at least, probably end. So something to think about for you Elliott wave guys. Okay, let's look at our market profile, and then from here we'll go into our statistical calendar, and then we end it with geometry, and then pretty much we wrap this video up. So looking at our market profile on the monthly, you can see that we're hitting a little area of could be possible resistance. You can see this right here, and that lines up somewhere around, you can say 351 to 344. This is the value area high. Looks like we kissed that. What is that? You can say that's maybe we haven't kissed it yet. 337, 336, value area high. Let's look at our weekly. You can see volume. On our weekly, we open this up. You can see here, this little area right here, anywhere between 351 and 340. We haven't kissed that yet. The volume is very strong above the average, which is 50, I believe. Actually, I have volume average above 20. So yeah, it's above 20. So that's good. It's strong. We're going to be now penetrating this area since we now broke out this bear camp. Now this is another level. Then we got a value area high of 369. Remember that number, 369. And this is our VWAP from the high. So this is when you want to keep an eye, the VWAP, anchored VWAP, which is 371. On the weekly, and let's look at the daily real quick. And you can see value area high has been breached, and we're pushing higher. And this one is an area you want to keep an eye on. And then this one right here. So I should probably just double this up. Move it somewhere around there. So you got 2 levels. If it wants to go higher, I mean, that's $4 and change. We'll see. Let's get out of here and let's go into our simple glance chart. As you can see, we got a PPS buy signal. The Hikanashi monthly candle is white. We broke above the mobile band, and you can see that level right here on the Kumo cloud, 317. We've breached that, so that's good. Everything MACD is positive. On the weekly, MACD is positive. We got a crossover. Volume is good. We've kissed the 50 SMA on the weekly. We're hitting bunding head with the linear regression channel on the top. So I wouldn't be buying here if I were you. I'd rather wait for a pullback or maybe that gap fill. But somewhere around, wait for a pullback and then buy. Here it's a little more riskier, in my opinion. You could do whatever you want, whatever your trading strategy tells you. We got the 200 SMA all the way up here, 377 possible target, and then we're going to penetrate the cloud if we ever go up there. But so far we're above the 20 and hovering above the 50 on the weekly, so that's good. And on the daily, we're above the cloud, so that's good. Short term, very positive. MACD is very positive and very strong. And Thursday and Friday, we're very strong, bullish volume to the upside. We're kissing the linear regression channel up there, so it's kind of getting a little toppy at 336 as a high. Let's look at our market profile midpoint chart, but before we do that, let's look at our statistical calendar here and see if there's any edges that we could get. So this Monday coming up, trading day is up. Tuesday's trading day is up. Wednesday is a down day using trading day. Statistics, Thursday is up and Friday is down. For weekdays, what is weekdays? All the Mondays for all of October are strong. They're up. All the Tuesdays for the month of October, weekdays, big. Very strong to the upside. Wednesday's down, Thursday's down, and Friday is down. So the two strong days for the month of October are the Mondays and Tuesdays. And then all these Wednesdays and Thursdays for the month of October are weak. Average return by week is up for this week. Average return by month is down. And the most you will lose money will be Wednesday. So if you wanted to go long, I'll have second doubts on that depending on price action. But if you want to go short, maybe the statistics will back you up if they play out. But Wednesday is where you lose the most money, depending how you look at it. If you're going to go short or you go long and then they just slam it on you. Midpoint chart. So far, we're looking good. We were holding this level right here. Pivot, targets, the bigger target to the upside will be the low of, let's see. This is the yearly, yep. So this was the, maybe not, let's see. This was a low, so it's 363. This is you want to keep an eye on. It could be possible target to the upside. We're very overextended on the monthly. So you can see right here, that's 331. And we went all the way as high as 336. But very strong. You can see we're above the midpoint, so that's good. Very bullish. What concerns me is this gap right here. Is it going to get filled? Remember the question I've been asking you guys about gap fills? What are your thoughts? Do they get filled? I actually thought it was going to get filled right here. And then we were going to have this move. But as you can see, sometimes it doesn't play out. It just got even stronger. So will it get filled? That's the question mark. Will it get filled this month, next month, December, maybe next year? I don't know. We'll see. For this week coming up, your midpoint is 309 support. That should hold if we get a pullback. But statistically, Monday and Tuesday are strong, but Wednesday could get a slam. And Wednesday is October the 11th. Remember the daily cycle, 251, 277 composite, October 11th. Keep an eye on that. Statistics, 11-12. Remember, seasonality, it gets this dip. Seasonality confirming the composite cycle 2 on October 11th. So keep an eye on that. Statistical calendar saying Wednesday is the worst day to go long. So be cautious of that. Maybe that could bring us down. Let's see if this would hold. If there's a slam on Wednesday, and I'm not going to worry about Mondays. You keep an eye on 326 and targets to the upside. 341, 346, but the bigger one will probably be 350 and 363. When you get right here, you get up there. If that's going to play out Monday, Tuesday, strong to the upside. Let's look at our geometry chart and kind of get clues there. So this is my alternative wave count on Elliott wave. So let's see what we got cooking here. So wave 5, obviously, August 23rd, you got a 1, 2, 3 on April, somewhere around there. And we're working on 4, and there was a projection target of 4 of 322. We already pierced that. And there's another possible projection of $4 for wave 4. And then obviously a wave 5 down. But so far, that's what the alternative count is. That kind of lines up with Sid's forecast for a low somewhere, maybe below the 194 low to do a wave 5. So let's see how that's going to play out. You got two alternative counts. You got this as a wave 5, and this is a wave 3 going into a 4, and a wave 5 doing an ABC. So let's see how this is going to play out. Let's look at our daily. And the daily kind of is picking March 29th. It could be somewhere between March and April of a wave 5. and it's an ABC, 1, 2, doing a 3 as of now. So if the 3 is higher, projection target is 375. Let's make this a little smaller. And if it's really going to get extreme, all the way to 453. And then obviously a pullback for wave 4, 312 all the way to $3. Or maybe fill that gap that we have of September 26 change of contract. And then if this is going to play out as a wave 5, then wave 5 target would be 538. Let's see how that's going to play out. Let's get this out and let's look a little more closer here. So we're up here. We're hitting the 140 level here. And there is the 180 count coming up. Oh, look at that. October the 11th. Interesting. A lot of stuff lining up on October 11th. So we got an 80 count, 180 count coming up here, and there's a 144. So this must be either trading day or calendar day. So I'm not gonna try to confirm that. Just it's one of those two, but it lands on October the 11th. So interesting for what I call clusters. Things kind of lining up all in one thing, and then just kind of see if things really explode on that day. The Stokes are kind of getting a little toppy here, so we'll see. Maybe that's going to be a possible turning point. Push back down, and somewhere around 1718, seasonality gets another leg up. So we'll see. What's this? November 7th, that's a 144 count. So we'll see how that's going to play out, but pretty much that's it for this. We'll go to the next clip now, and this is the last clip, the geometry side of things, where Gann was really teaching his students to make sure you cover the geometry side of your chart. So let's look at our Gann fans, and surprisingly we broke right through the 1/8. Beautiful. So that's positive. That's good. Nothing there from the high of August 23rd. As you can see from this low, I'm watching this 60 degree. This is the 30, 45, 60. We haven't kissed it yet. So we're on projection for that to see if we could penetrate that angle. This is the important one because this is from the low that we have currently, and we have pierced the 60 degree angle. We're going to look like if it wants to collide with the 45. Once we could get above the 45, that is very bullish. This is the bullish camp right here. If I could write a big B nicely. This is where you're strong. This is where uranium spot price penetrated, and it's on the strong side. So this is good, but it looks like we're heading over there. So let's see what happens once we get there. The Gann square, from this low to this high, you can see that we have open space here. There's an angle that we're going to probably bump heads, 345. But this is the 1/8 level, which is 352. So keep an eye on that because that's a strong level right there using Gann squaring technique. And then timing wise, there's a vector coming up on 1021. So you want to keep an eye on that. It could possibly play out where we go up here and then we hit here somewhere in this zone and this vector point and maybe do a pullback. So that's one timing point you want to keep an eye on is October the 20th, 21st. You go a little more fractal from the current trading range we have, and we've pierced the 1/6 here. Let's see if we could, yeah. So right now, there's open space here. This is angle here, and this is angle here. So there's not really nothing to be concerned here. Nothing with the ellipse. There's some adjustment on the advance and resistance, and there's a lot of things that are really far away. I think the closest one right here from this swing high to this swing low would be that 378. You want to keep an eye on that 378 right here. With regards to the ellipse, Fibonacci ellipse, I looked into this more. This is October the 21st. So keep an eye on that. There's a lot of things lining up. So you have this October the 21st, and then you have on squaring the range, if we take that out, you got the vector coming in right here. So this is a hot spot right here. So keep an eye on that, because it could be a turning point, or it could be an explosion to the upside, even stronger momentum or volume or energy, however you want to look at it. It's just something that, we don't know where the explosion and the energy is going to go towards, but it's a very strong point using the squaring of the range. And lastly, our pitchfork. You can see that we are doing good. This is a level you want to keep an eye on, which is 391 coming up right here. But so far we're good. We're above the 200 SMA. So that's good. Nothing negative about this chart as of now. Once we cross the 45 degree, then it'll probably even be better. Looking at the computer, what the neural net has forecasted, there's 3 points here. There's this one and there's this one. So it's in a little range right here. So the first one is, October the 11th. What a coincidence. October the 11th. I've already showed you a bunch of things on October the 11th, and the computer has picked that date. The next one is the 19th. What is that, a Thursday? Yes, October 11th is a Wednesday. We already know a lot about Wednesday. And the 22nd is a Sunday. So if I said the 21st, that's a Saturday. So anything that I mentioned date-wise, if it's on a weekend, give it a little wiggle room of Friday or Monday. That's how I look at it. And, looking at the what the computer's forecasting is kind of getting toppy here, but it could be a turning point, or it could be nothing, or it could be a dud. So just keep that on your radar if you trade natural gas. And I think that's it for me. I gave you a lot of information to digest, a lot of viewpoints, pros, cons, bull, bear, statistics. You know what? I even probably forgot one. One of Gann's technique is looking at what's happening up in the sky. So, October 18th, 19th, there's a crossing of Mercury and the Sun, and also Mars and Mars and Mercury, I believe, October the 29th. Those are the dates you want to keep an eye on also too. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you have a great Sunday with your family, friends, and loved ones, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.